the Lakers got an absolute dominant win against the Memphis Grizzlies on the road against the best home team in the league. They were 35-6 overall at home and 16 wins on the road. So that bodes well for the Lakers, as the Lakers should be able to defend home court. Unfortunately for Memphis, Ja Morant, he ended up getting hurt. He's very likely to be out game 2, which you never really want to see. You never want to see a guy get hurt, especially from the Lakers standpoint. You want to beat Memphis fully healthy. You don't want there to be any questions or anybody being able to throw anything. But it's the Lakers' job to play the team that is in front of them, however they are constructed, and get the win. And it's not like the Lakers didn't beat Memphis this game without Ja Morant. All the pressure now shifts to Memphis as they have to win game 2. If they don't win game 2, this might be a sweep. So if you're the Lakers, you're going in, you're playing the game the same way. You're going to establish yourself and really try to pull ahead and get that 2-0 lead, where if you're Memphis, you're doing everything in your power to not lose and go down 0-2 and have to go on the road in LA when you're not a very good road team. But obviously, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are remarkable. They had great defensive games. LeBron James kind of had a rough game. He wasn't bad or anything like that, but a couple stretches where he just had some careless turnovers, just some really bad turnovers, and still settling too much, in my opinion, for the three-point shot. I'd like to see him kind of expand and open up more and not just settle as much as he did. Anthony Davis was an absolute monster on the defensive end. 7 blocks, like 3 steals, and it's wonderful. And something that I've talked about here, I've talked about personally on my channel, As It Stands Lakers. Me and Jake have dived into it on the live streams and all that stuff, where I talk about, hey, we don't need LeBron James and Anthony Davis to go get us 30 a night, because we have a team that night in and night out, multiple guys can beat you. Why take the ball out of the hot hands to, give LeBron 30 or 40 just to say he got 30 or 40? It's about winning the game. It's about team effort. I don't care if LeBron has a great game, bad game in between, if he takes 3 shots or he takes 20 shots. Whatever it takes to win the game, as long as guys are stepping up and they're in it. If we do have a bad game where the role guys just don't step up or they just don't play well that game, that's the game you're going to need LeBron James and Anthony Davis to be those monster LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and I believe in. Also, Anthony Davis, we got to keep an eye out for his injury. It looked like maybe it was just a little stainer. If you are subscribed to As It Stands Lakers, you probably heard me while we were watching the game say that I hope it's just a stainer. It looks like it was just a stainer. If you've ever gotten one of those, it's just like your whole arm goes numb. You can't move anything. It's awkward. But he looked fine in the second half. He still was dominant, got some buckets, as well as continued on the defensive front, which is what you want to see. And the highlight guys, Austin Reaves, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, all stepped up. And 2 of the 3 guys really had questions. To some people, maybe it was all 3, but I've talked about that Rui Hachimura. If you go look at his playoff history, which isn't massive, he doesn't have an insane playoff resume, but if you look at the games that he has played, this is not out of the ordinary. This is what Rui is. Rui's like a 68% three-point shooter in the playoffs. It's like insane. He's like 60% from the field overall. His EFG, I believe, off the top of my head, is like 68%, 63%, something like that, which is incredible. Rui had himself a game, right? 29 points, playing center, Garden, which it was all for. I was shouting from the top of my lungs to have Rui play center in this matchup. He matches. This is perfect because they don't have Steven Adams. They don't have Brandon Clark. So Rui Hachimura really can step in and play that role. But you saw Austin Reaves. You saw D'Angelo Russell. All 3 guys really stepped up and were massive. And that's what I'm talking about. We have a roster. We have a team where night in and night out, multiple guys can beat you. It's not just LeBron James and Anthony Davis going off for 70. And honestly, look, if let's say LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they put up 80 between the 2 of them and we won this game and nobody else was really that great, like nobody else was in double figures, I would have said I don't feel comfortable with this win. I like the win. I'll take the win. That's great. Guys need to play better, but I wouldn't have been comfortable with the win. I think the series is likely over. Job's not finished. Still got to win 3 more games. We didn't get a very good game from LeBron James. We didn't get the level of dominance Anthony Davis game that we know and we've seen. And we still smacked them at home, right? Imagine what's going to happen when we're at LA and we do have that LeBron James and Anthony Davis dominance game and guys are playing well together. It's just, I don't see, if we play the way we did against Memphis and LeBron just turns it up a notch and AD turns it up a notch, there's not a team in the league that's beaten this Lakers team. And I stand by that. Not a team in the league that can do that. But Rui Hachimura, again, he's the mismatch. He's the guy that they just don't have an answer for. They don't have anyone his size that can match up with him and keep him from getting to his spot. He's able to get to his spot. They were daring him to shoot, and he made him pay. And this is a guy that, again, if they would have actually done the scouting report properly, Rui Hachimura was probably the last guy you wanted to leave open because he shoots the 3 ball like he's Steph Curry on steroids when he's in the playoffs. Again, small sample size, so maybe they thought they could live with it, but Rui also, with his size and his strength, makes him great for this matchup because he can play center. Mo Bamba, I know a lot of people really want Mo Bamba. This is a terrible matchup for Mo Bamba. He's averaging just under 3 fouls a game in 9 minutes of play. He's not disciplined on the defensive end. He's a solid shot blocker, help defender, but he's not disciplined enough to guard like a Triple J, who Anthony Davis and Rui were both having trouble with. Mo Bamba would have gotten eaten alive. Even Tillman, they would expose and try to just go after Mo Bamba. I like Mo Bamba. We got him for a second-round pick for a reason. We got him for essentially nothing for a reason because he's a project. He's a guy that the Lakers drafted because they like him for the future. That's what he is, a future player. He might be good in certain matchups, right? Say we play Denver. He could be solid in that Denver matchup where he can actually go up against backup bigs like, say, a Thomas Bryant or something like that. That's a good matchup for Mo Bamba. But in this, where he's going to have to guard Triple J or somebody smaller, it's not a good matchup. Where Rui does. He has the size and the strength. Triple J isn't that much bigger than Rui. And Tillman is the same size as Rui. Like, literally. Same weight, same everything. So, Rui, that's a favorable matchup. And you saw Tillman when he played center. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't move Rui because Rui's just too big, burly, and strong. I love seeing that. And here's the thing that you get with Rui that you don't get with Mo Bamba, you don't get with Winnie Gabriel, and you don't get with Tristan Thompson. You don't get the offensive output that Rui Hachimura provides and gives you. That is huge. That is important. Rui is a huge factor going forward. And look, if we play the Warriors, same thing again. Rui should be the center. He should be the backup center. Why? Because he's going to go up against guys like Draymond Green and Kevon Looney, which Rui can absolutely hold both of them down. D'Angelo Russell. So many questions about D'Lo, right? Is he going to show up? People were concerned with his playoff performance with the Timberwolves last season. Didn't show up for the Timberwolves game the other day. And D'Lo came out, started slow, turned it around, and absolutely was balling. And was a big reason we won this game. Huge factor. And he's, again, another huge important piece going forward. If he can just give us 17 to 20 a game, we're going to win a lot more games than we lose. If he can be a legitimate third option, we're going to win a lot more games than we're going to lose. D'Lo, if you look at the stats, he shot like 41% from the field. But really, if you take away he was like 0 of 4 and then 1 of 5 or something like that. If you take away that little rough patch, he shot like 60% from the field. So, or 50% from the field. So I will gladly take that if we can get the efficiency from D'Lo. Not saying he has to go give us 30 on 80% shooting, but he's been a 50% scorer, 42% from 3. If he can be even like a 45 and 38 guy, right? So basically you lose 5% on both the 3-point shooting and the field goal percentage. That's still efficient enough to get the job done. D'Lo, again, if you look at his history, he's not afraid of the moment. He's had, not counting this game, He's had 11 playoff games. In those 11 playoff games, he has had 4 games in which he scored 20 or more. And then he has scored 10 or more in every game but 2. So that means in 9 games, he at least scored in double figures. And he's had now 5 games in which he scored 20, 19 plus. So that is huge. And in the other 5 games in which he scored 10 or more, he basically gave you 15. He's averaging 15 a game in the playoffs. Now, as a first or second option, that's not great. But as your third option, that's fantastic. D'Lo's going to be a huge factor. Come on. Bah. What more can you say? Right? Come on. Austin Reaves was the guy. Closed down the stretch. You hear him screaming, I am him. I'm him. I love it. This dude was built for this. This guy was born in the moment. This guy is, come on. This dude is unbelievable. Seriously. How can you not love Austin Reaves? Now, he had a rough game against Minnesota. There were some question marks, right? Because it is his first playoff game. How is he going to look? Is he going to be able to step up? Is he going to be able to live up to the moment? Or is he going to be too small? And he just showed everybody on the biggest stage and on the road, I am him. I'm him. Don't worry. I got this. Let me put this team on my back real quick and go close this game. And LeBron was deferring to him. Everyone deferred to him. He went on a 9-0 run by himself. The Lakers closed on a 15-0 run. Stop. This dude, come on. Austin Reaves is that guy. He's proved it time and time again. He's not afraid of the moment. He can absolutely close. He can absolutely finish down the stretch. And the guy's just everything you could want. Everything you could want from a player. The Lakers, Jeannie Buss is going to have to pull out that pocketbook and pay some men, right? You got Austin Reaves who needs to be paid. Rui Hachimura that needs to be paid. You better pull that out quick. These guys aren't going anywhere. But again, Austin Reaves he's so good, man. He's just so fundamentally sound. And look, another big question was, would he be able to play without the whistle? Seeing guys like even James Harden, his production drop because he doesn't get the whistle. No, Austin Reaves was fine. He looked like he had a little bit of a problem with that in the Minnesota game. Made the adjustment, and it was great. I mean, there's not a single bad thing you could say about Austin the GOAT Reaves. The guy is just he's just playing on another level. And this was just such a great win from the Lakers. And look, Memphis, they're not going to lay down with or without Ja Morant. And Memphis is still very good without Ja Morant. In some areas, they're actually better. So, can't lay down. Job's not finished. You go win game 2, the series is over. If the Lakers win game 2, the series is over. One of the worst teams on the road is not winning 2 straight home games or 2 straight road games. And if the Lakers go up 3-1, the series is done. LeBron James and Anthony Davis would only have to show out and dominate for 1 game, right? You lost. You lost that series if you're Memphis. So all the pressure is on Memphis. Lakers, that doesn't mean that you take the foot off. You got to go in for the final blow, right? You gotta keep your foot on the neck, right? Don't let them get up. Keep them down. Keep them where they're supposed to be. And go in, get this win in Memphis on Wednesday. Lakers get 3 days rest. That is huge. Just again, for health, it was clear that the 4 days rest was massive for this team because they started out great. So you're going to get some more rest. You show up. You do your part. You play your game. You're going to win. You're going to win. You get 3 days rest. That's good for Anthony Davis and his shoulder. Let's go win this. I think the Lakers win 5 or 6. I originally said 6, but I said if they get game 1, I wouldn't be shocked if they win in 5, and I wouldn't be shocked if they win in 5. I think Memphis will win at least 1 game, unless they will lose game. If they don't win game 2, it's over. I think the Lakers might sweep them. Seriously. Which if you don't believe in the Lakers, I mean, I don't know why you don't believe in them right now, but if they end up sweeping Memphis and the whole world doesn't take the Lakers to win, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know however you feel down in the comment section below.